let's dive into two monumental concepts that have revolutionized not only mathematics, but also our broader understanding of the world. Zero and infinity. Let's embark on this journey that takes us from ancient Hindu philosophy to modern mathematical practices. The power of zero. In the book of A History of Mathematics, Kajori writes, in the simple expedient of cipher, which was permanently introduced by the Hindus, mathematics received one of the most powerful impulses. That impulse came to be the invention of the concept of zero and infinity. Zero is unique because, unlike other numbers between 1 to 9, it lacks magnitude. It stands for no value or a missing value in a given number. In our day-to-day lives, zero marks the starting point, whether it's coordinate axis, stopwatch, thermometer, speedometer, etc. Because zero is so integral to our daily routine, we often overlook its transformative power. Historical background. In the age of Egyptians, Sumerians, and Romans, a number that symbolizes nothing was an entirely new concept. At that time, Hindus were always obsessed with extremely large and small numbers. The idea of void or emptiness simply didn't exist. But Hindu philosophy was already exploring this void through the concept of shunyata, which means nothingness or emptiness. Spiritual connections. In Hindu philosophy, the notion of shunyata connects deeply with the idea of Parabrahman, the supreme reality that is beyond all forms and attributes. The concept of Nirguna Brahman posits that God is without attributes but is also the source of all things. This abstract idea resembles the mathematical zero, which also has no attributes but holds a vital place in our number system. Archaeological evidence. Zero was used as far back as 2850 BCE by the scholar Pingala. In ancient India, additional archaeological evidence of zero's existence comes from inscriptions like the one found on a copper plate in 681 CE in Kalinga, Odisha, and a 15-year-old plaque in the Chaturbhuj temple in Gwalior. Global spread. By the 7th century, zero had made its way to Cambodia, as evidenced by a stone inscription found in Trapang Pri. By the 8th century, the concept reached China and was mentioned in the book Kaiyuan Zhan Sing. When Arabs encountered zero, they translated the Sanskrit word shunya to cipher and introduced it to Europe, broadening its usage. This Arabic term is the root of the English word zero. Alongside zero, Hindu philosophy also gave us the concept of infinity, which the Hindus called Ananta, implies an endless process of assigning attributes. On page 804 of the book, the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad by Swami Madhavananda, he says, it presents the idea that both the cause and the effect are infinite. This perspective sees the universe as a continuous process of creation, existence, and dissolution, where both the source and its manifestations are infinite. He uses the analogy of an ocean and its waves to illustrate this concept. Just as the ocean is real, so too are its waves, foam, and bubbles. This serves to explain the intricate relationship between the absolute reality and the perceived duality of the world. The Yajurveda, an ancient Indian text, astonishes us with its understanding of large numbers. This text not only uses these numbers but names them, providing evidence that ancient Indian mathematicians and philosophers were deeply engaged with the concept of enormity long before modern mathematicians even had terms for such numbers. In the Vedic vision of cosmology, these large numbers were used to quantify the age of the universe, duration of cosmic cycles, and even the number of elemental particles in existence. This reflects not just a rich mathematical tradition but also a cosmological and philosophical understanding that dwarfs the human scale. The Yajurveda lists a systematic way to name numbers that go up to 10 to the power 12, starting from the basic 1 to 100 to 1,000 and even beyond to 1,000,000,000,000, called Parartha, but it doesn't stop there. The text describes numbers going up to 10 to the power 63 with the term Thalakshana, which is roughly close to the number of atoms in the visible universe. The concept of infinity also has mathematical implications that have shaped calculus, set theory, and various branches of applied mathematics.
It's a story in my life that I reference all the time. Now, if you didn't know, calculus is way more different from algebra than algebra is from arithmetic. So I'm handed the calculus book, and I open the page in the front cover, and there are these equations. And they're using squiggly lines I had never seen before. And I said, I will never learn this. But I need to know this because the universe is speaking this language.
Infinity helps mathematicians work with concepts that go beyond the limits of human comprehension and ordinary numbers, like questioning the bounds of our universe if it has an end to it, which the Hindus called Vishwam. Infinity is an indispensable tool for working on problems that involve limits and continuity, facilitating the solving of equations that would otherwise be intractable. Interestingly, the philosophical and mathematical aspects of infinity converge the ancient Hindu texts. The text Surya Prajnapati, written around 400 BCE, even classifies numbers into three categories: enumerable, innumerable, and infinite. This categorization shows a nuanced understanding of numbers, revealing a scholarly depth that has influenced mathematical thoughts for centuries. In modern times, the concept of infinity has found applications in various fields outside of mathematics as well, including physics, cosmology, and even theology. Whether we are discussing the endless bounds of the universe or the limitless possibilities of human imagination, the concept of infinity serves as a reminder that there is always something beyond the horizon waiting to be discovered. Conclusion: the innovations of zero and infinity in Hindu philosophy have significantly impacted our modern understanding of mathematics and the universe. These profound concepts have not only influenced numerical systems but also have found home in philosophical and spiritual discourse. It's a vivid example of how ancient wisdom can fuel modern thought.
नासीद्रजोनो व्योमा परो यत् किमावदेवः कुहकस्य शरमन्न अम्भः किमासीद् गहनं गभीरम् न मृत्युरमृतन्नरेण रात्र्या अन्न आसीत् प्रकेतः आनीदवादग्गस्वदया तदेकम् तस्माद्धान्यन्न परः किञ्चनासा तम आसीत् तमसा गूढमग्रे प्रकेतम् सलिलग सर्वमा इदम् तुच्छेनाभ्युपहितं यदासीत् तमसस्तन्महिना जायतैकम् कामस्तदग्रे समवर्तदाधि मनसोरेदः प्रथमं यदासीत् सतो बन्धुमसति निरविन्दन् हृदि प्रतीक्ष्या कवयो मनीषा तिरश्चीनो विदधो रश्मिरेषाम् अधस्विदासीदुपरिस्विदासीद् रेतोधा आसन् महिमान आसन् स्वधा अवस्थात् प्रयतिः परस्तात् को अद्धा वेदक इह प्रवोचत कुत आजाता कुत इयं विसृष्टिः अर्वाग्देवा अस्य विसर्जनाय अथा को वेदयत आबभूव इयं विसृष्टिर्यत आबभूव यदि वा दधे यदि वा न यो अस्याध्यक्षः परमे व्योमन् सो अङ्गवेद यदि वा